Hello,
Hello.
Nicholas. How are you? This is Kemi lawyer, journalist.
Hi, Kenny.
How are
Good
you?
evening. Very fine,
Today,
thank you.
sorry I had to wake you up or something. It's 10:24 p.m., 24th of September 2020. I want to quickly interview you, and I won't be long, about your involvement in the Fani-Kayode household. I understand that you were Femi's adopted son.
Very true.
Okay, we didn't even know you had a son before the triplets and Aragon. Okay, because Whitney Houston was my friend, and she had an adopted son too, but most people didn't know about Nick. Bless his
Yes.
soul. All of them passed away, so you know how I feel about that. Bobby Christina, Nick, Whitney, everybody gone. Life is short, but you were his adopted son, and you lived in the house. You saw everything going on. Let me go straight to
Yeah.
the point. Precious, the wife,
All right.
the fourth
First of
wife.
all, I didn't. Yeah.
Hmm.
First of all, I didn't live in his house, but
Oh, sorry, you didn't
I
live in his
spent.
house.
No,
Uh-huh.
but I spent for the past 3 years. I spent every day with him, and I
Okay.
leave. Sometimes I leave his house 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And
Okay.
I was literally in charge of everything domestic in that house.
Wow. But you didn't live
From
there, but
staff,
you were in charge of everything domestic.
yes, from staff, everything,
So would I call you, will I
everything.
be able to call you chief of staff?
I was his chief. I was his chief of staff. Yes.
Chief of staff of Fani-Kayode, sir, which means you're there a lot. You're there maybe 15 out of 24 hours.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's a good time to look at. I want to go straight to the point. Mrs. Precious Fani-Kayode. Precious is Femi's wife. Did you ever see domestic violence? When I say
No.
domestic violence,
No.
let's come down to what domestic violence is. There's a lot of incidents that could be domestic violence. People beating people and all that. Did Femi ever beat his wife?
Never.
Never.
In fact, I will say this on record that Femi was actually abused
Femi was
verbally,
the abused.
yeah, verbally, physically, and I saw an FFK that is a lion outside. I saw him as a dove in his house just because of love. So why I'm responding to you, why I answered this call and I'm responding to you is because of Priska, the so-called sister of Precious.
Could you tell us a
Because of
little
the
bit about Priska and Duka? I've been tweeting about
no,
her all
yeah,
day.
yeah, because of what she
What she
alleged,
wrote.
what she wrote, is really hurt me. If she
What
can be
part of
so
it?
ungrateful,
Hmm.
if she can be so ungrateful to a man that has done virtually everything for her and her family,
Mm.
a man that buried her mother, even when the mom was alive, sent her to India, sent her everywhere, spent tens of millions,
Hmm.
a woman that she could not take care of, a woman that she never, ever took care of for one day.
Mm.
Today they are insulting Auntie Joy. Auntie Joy spent 3 years of her life taking care of their mother.
So I heard in Fani-Kayode's
Three
house.
years in his house. They were all living there.
I know. She
Femi
told me there
Kayode,
was no abuse
Femi
either.
Kayode, yes, FFK took care of every bill they've ever paid in the past 6 years.
Mm.
From Chubi, their younger brother, Chubi. Chubi schooled in a Benedict University. I schooled in a Benedict University, and I schooled in Manchester University. I know how expensive it is to school in a Benedict. Femi Kayode paid his tuition fee through a Benedict University up to service.
Wow. Is it just
The
Chubi
younger
or
brother Junior? No, the younger brother Junior was going to Abuja and the British high school in Abuja.
oh, those are
You know how
expensive.
much? You know how much it is.
They're expensive.
He just graduated as the head boy.
FFK paid for that too?
Every single to the graduation, every single penny was paid by SFK.
Mm.
When the father was on the sick bed, FFK paid all the bills. And
The
then
father
buried
too?
the father.
So he paid
Is it the
the
man?
Precious
Yeah, is it the
parents.
man that is it the man that Priska will call a beast? A man that paid for her wedding?
I heard that he
A
also
man
paid
that
for
gave
the
her
wedding.
succor? A man that gave her succor when her husband left her, swindled her and left her?
Oh my God.
Is
You
this the
mean
man?
Mr.
Is
Mr.
this the man?
Nduka? Mr.
Is this,
Nduka.
I don't care what his name is. Is this the man? Is this the man that they call a beast? A man that sheltered them, and he had no relative in his house. Not one relative was in his house.
Is it true that the Chikwendu family kind of really kicked out the Fani-Kayode relatives?
He didn't have a friend coming to that house.
Dayo told me that.
You know why? You know why? You know why? Because even close friends that love him, when they come and see things for themselves, see how these people treat this man, they leave. I left too at the point.
So I heard. They said you left chief of staff. Also, Mr. Adeyanju left.
Yes, Mr. Adeyanju. Oh, Mr. Adeyanju was her greatest terror.
Wow.
From day one. DG was her greatest terror from day one. I left because I couldn't. He went on Twitter. FFK went on Twitter begging me to come back. I left because it was so embarrassing. A man that you call your father. Nah. So when they talk about this thing, but there are many other issues, I wouldn't want to start speaking about.
Can I ask you one particular question? Did Priska ever say that she would prefer her mother to die than to live in Precious's house?
It was out of envy. She was so envious of Precious. Going. Let me use an example. Going to the village to bury their mom, and then seeing all the attention on Precious because of her husband and the status. Do you know that I drove down there? Do you know that FFK brought the deputy governor?
Wow.
He brought the former Senate president. He brought what was it called, Abaribe, the senator representing that place. Abaribe.
Brought a lot of big people to the funeral.
A lot of big people, and then the IPOB family came there. I was there all through. And then we went to, I was there all through. We spent more than a week there.
May I ask you a question, Nicholas? Why would Priska write that kind of write-up on Facebook, which a lot of media picked up? What would make her write that? She also enjoyed the money. Her wedding was paid for by Fani-Kayode. Why would she write that?
She lived there. But you can take the jungle out of the lion, or rather, you can take the lion out of the jungle, but you can't take the jungle out of the lion.
Right.
And animals, I can say animals are more grateful because I've seen some times when you save an animal like a lion when it's young, and then when it's old, it sees you and it remembers. But then Priska has shown that she's lesser.
Nicholas, speaking about the word bankroll, which is now a popular word now. A reporter asked Femi a question, who's bankrolling your trips? Looks like Femi bankrolled the family. I would say he bankrolled Precious's family.
I think it's still bankrolling even when she has left, because everything she has never worked. Never.
Has she ever brought anything into the house for the house?
Not a penny, but she takes. She's talking about, Priska is talking about staff, whatever staff insulting her and everything. Come on.
Did she fight the staff physically?
Let me tell you something. Every staff in that house, they were all terrified by Precious. They were all terrified. See, they never ever take their salary home. I told our chief of staff, and they all come to me. They talk to me.
Who takes their salary?
They never take their complete salaries home.
Why?
She deducts them. Some of them 100K. She deduct 40K. Oh, you didn't do this today. You didn't do that today. You didn't do this.
She deducted their money.
She takes the money and gives to Chubi, her brother.
With all they have.
With all they have, she takes the money. She takes the money from every employee in that house.
Did Chubi tell you this?
I know. I said I'm the chief of staff. I know. I know everybody that has come there. I have their phone number. I have their contact. I know every staff that has worked there, and some of them left bitterly.
Wow.
So how can those kind of people now start insulting her when they know that even if they try it, they are going straight to the prison?
Wow.
Because FSK doesn't play with his wife, obviously.
One question for you about the domestic. The reason I wanted to talk to you, Nicholas, is because yes, you're the adopted son and you lived there. I mean, you worked there, most of the time, which felt like you lived
I
there.
didn't work. I was not on pay. He never. FSK has never given me a dime.
Right. Well, you were managing the
He
staff.
has never. Yeah, I did it out of love. I loved him, and I did it out of love. You can ask Precious. You can ask FFK himself. He has never given me a dime.
Do you know
So
anything?
I'm not one of his boys.
Do you know anything about? There were 2 knife incidents. Do you know about the one incident where a friend was visiting Precious and Precious pulled out a knife on her?
I would say what I know. I wasn't there in that one, but I was there in the second one.
Okay, I want that second one. The second one is the knife incident that landed her in a psychiatric hospital.
Yes.
How did it all start? Just tell me in your own words, how did it all start?
All right. We had a function the previous day, and then we were supposed to have dinner. I won't mention the person's name because he's a top person in society. So
right.
We were going to have dinner. She was with the person's wife.
Mm-hmm.
We went for a function.
Mm-hmm.
Then, it was when she wanted to have her operation on the liposuction.
Liposuction, okay.
And FFK said no, you just can't do that, So they were tension, and they were always arguing about that.
Mm-hmm. And
so she was supposed to go and meet this lady.
Yeah.
To go for the function, but yes, she went to the hospital to meet the doctor. A doctor she met off Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And then FSK found about that and called her. And his words were, "Why are you so rude? Why will you leave this kind of person waiting for you? You understand?"
Mm-hmm.
Just like that. And then she got angry that day.
Mm-hmm.
They were already in the meeting. They were already in the function. She stood up and then she left. She insulted her policemen, almost attacked them, shouted on them, "Leave me alone," and then she walked out. And this was around 9:10 in the night.
Mm-hmm.
And so she walked out alone, and if she was walking, she walked on the bridge alone. I saw her.
What bridge?
Because it was a bridge in Abuja. I don't know the name of the
bridge. At night?
At night, I saw her. I drove past with my brother. And then I looked at her and I said, see madam. You understand? And we laughed over it, obviously. How can madam be walking on the street in the night? So
they would think she's a prostitute.
Yeah, no, you think he's a mental person.
Well, yeah,
so
that's true.
When we left and when we got to the dinner, we met Oga. We said, "How far now? You're supposed to be here now. What about madam?" He said, she has started again, blah, 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 blah. And I said, what? I said, I saw somebody like her. And then I called her, hey, don't call me. Shouting and everything. I said, madam, are you the one that I saw? Yes, I'm the one. People should leave me, And all the drama that we are all tired
I did hear that. Hold that thought 1 second. I did hear that she leaves the house in the middle of the night and be walking around Abuja. Go ahead.
She's always within the house. So, at that incident, we now got back home. He called and everything. I was there that day till 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Then he now sent I think he sent her aunt with one of the bodyguards to go and make sure she's in one of her offices because that's where she always is. So,
yeah.
According to her. So they left and then I was tired, so I went home.
Yeah.
7 a.m. She didn't come back to the house. 7 a.m.
Where did she sleep?
My place. I have a place.
Okay.
Yeah, I said that I left. I said I left his house. 7 a.m. I got a call. Please, Nicholas, my son, come. This woman wants to kill me. And I'm like, again? So I drove down there, and then I got in. Immediately I walked into the stairway. Look at her, holding 2 knives.
Hey.
I have the pictures of the sets of knives and where she removed the 2 from.
Uh-huh.
I have videos of the incident that happened.
Oh God, we need that video.
Nope, but I'm daring anybody to come and say that nothing like that, because I'm seeing some things like that they tried to beat her and that's why she pulled a knife. So I want to see that person that will come out and
Oh,
say
that's
this
the
is
new
what
narrative
they do.
now. That's a new narrative. Staff tried to beat her. That's why she pulled the knife.
I want to see anybody that will come out and say that she didn't have family members there when she beat her aunt, Auntie Joy. She beat her aunt in the hand.
Jesus.
She beat her aunt in the hand and then beat a policeman. I have the pictures for crying out loud.
Jesus. Is it true she was holding
and
a knife?
I have the pictures, and then I have the pictures of the police begging her for more than 2 hours. We were all terrified.
Which police? The ones that came from the station.
The one that came from the station, led
that
by
was
a
what?
woman.
That was the police woman.
The squad was led by a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Begging and pleading 2 times.
I heard that.
They had to leave. They had to leave and they had to come back. Then they now said, "Come."
They came back with backup.
Yeah, with backup. They now said, "Where this thing is going, that we have to use they call it chemical mess, to get this thing off and everything."
Mm-hmm.
So I now said, "Chemical mess. No, let me call FFK and find out." I called him. I said, "Look at what they want to do to get this knife out." He now said, no, please, they should not use chemical mess, mess, or whatever, like tear gas or something. So he begged and he pleaded, and I now told them, they said, then it's going to be difficult. That the woman said, "I would not put any of my policemen in the line of that."
Hold on.
It's so dangerous.
Hold on there. Nicholas, hold that thought. So she was holding this knife, 2 knives.
Yes.
Police could not restrain her. They went to get back up.
Yes.
They came back thinking of putting tear gas. Of course, Nigerian police, they don't have, taser. They don't have taser. In America, she would have been shot.
Yes.
If she had that knife lounging at them, they will shoot her and kill her straight up.
Yeah.
She's very lucky. But anyway, so now they didn't use the tear gas. So from what I heard, they said they had to forcibly restrain her and give her an injection.
I would explain that.
Please do.
So the police woman said, "I would not put my policemen at risk." Because she was violent. So what did they do? One of FFK's bodyguards now put towel. He tied towel in his arms for protection.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because she was wielding the knife, and now went down there to restrain her before the police people came, and they held her. Her aunt was there. Her aunt was there. Her aunt was there. Auntie Joy. So what are they talking about?
Nobody was attacking her.
We don't want to be bringing. I'm not here to defend FFK. I'm not here to defend him. There's nothing we can. Yes, it's okay. They said that FFK paid what's it called, Auntie Joy. That's what the priest was saying now. Paid Auntie Joy and then their uncle. They should find out whether FFK has ever given me 1 naira before, since I knew him.
Well, while we're on that, I want to read something to you, and you tell me what you think about it. It's a conversation between myself and Precious, and this conversation took place on the 16th of September, about a week ago, when this story was first published. I said here, okay, Precious, you need to call me. I put the number there. Precious, did you ever have a knife in hand? Videotaping and police came to the house. Proof, madam. Did you hear what I said?
She says proof.
She says proof, madam.
Let her come out and say proof.
I will meet in court.
Okay.
I said, but your uncle and your aunt confirm this.
No. She should meet me in court. Let her come out and say it.
She said, but I said, your uncle confirmed this happened. This is in the DM of Twitter. She's now blocked me, though. I said, your uncle confirmed this happened. She said, now the war has started.
What war?
That's what she said. Now the war has started. Now, at one point when I said, your auntie also spoke to me. She was very erratic in these DMs. I'm going to release these DMs tonight. And I said, your auntie also spoke to me, and this is what she said about the auntie. Any family you talk, okay, you don't know my family. I know her family, actually. My family will speak when the time comes. Whoever you spoke to is not my family, referring to her uncle and aunt there. when the time comes, and the time was the very next day, the 17th, when Priska released her post.
Okay, Priska is not her family.
It's her family, but the uncle and aunt are not.
Let me tell you something. I was also present.
Yeah.
In her mother's village.
Right.
When her grandfather, maybe her grandfather is also her family. When her grandfather called FSK called me to enter the room. We were all in the room, and the grandfather was in tears, crying, and told I was begging FSK, please, now that their mom is not alive, don't leave these people. All of them, don't leave them, please. I know that they've been wicked to you. I know they said many bad things about you. I know they dealt with you, but please, you are a man. Forgive these people and take them. Care for them. I was there. Their grandfather, maybe he's not part of the family. I don't know. I don't know who is part of the family. A woman, Auntie Joy, a woman that took care of their mom for 3 days when they could not part of the family. So I don't know who is part of the family.
Part of the family, yeah.
What we call uncle, her uncle that stood as the father figure when they buried the mother. Their father was not there. He didn't come. He refused to come. You might ask why.
I already asked why.
Okay.
They were never together.
There are many things that will be said at the appropriate time.
Yeah.
And I assure you, they will be said at the appropriate time. Many things. SSK, maybe he has told his boys, like I told you, I'm not his boy. You understand? I'm not his boy. I'm not his boy in any way. Maybe he has told his boys not to talk. He has told his boys, I don't know what he has said to them. But I assure you that I would not sit down and then watch people like Priska bring the reputation of a man that has helped them for 6 years down in public. I would not do that. Never. I'm pained reading what Priska wrote about him. I'm pained. And let me clarify another thing again. There's an important thing again I need to clarify.
Yeah.
That is the case of him marrying 4 wives and divorcing 4 wives.
Well, we already heard that the third wife is not divorced.
Yeah, but the truth is that FSK is so annoying that he doesn't speak out, doesn't say anything. So this thing has been going on for years. His first wife is like a best friend to him.
Sarah Tuata, we know. She's a high-ranking government official.
Yeah, they talk every day. Then his present wife, Remy, is our mother. Is a mother. She's a mother to SSK. She was a mother to Precious. She's a mother to me. She's a mother to everybody. You need to know her.
Regina. I know her very well.
23, she's the most beautiful soul.
I read about her interview I read her interview in Punch and Premium Times, I believe.
Precious runs to her as for advice for motherly care, and she has never felt this precious until December when the incident happened. I won't talk about that incident.
I've heard about it.
There are recordings of what's it called, the guy. There are recordings. You understand?
Yeah.
We won't talk about that.
Right.
Won't talk for the children's sake. Won't talk about that. Talk about that now. We won't talk about that now. But we did them.
Yeah. Wow, this is a very big interview. Now, do you think they're going to ever get back together?
Let me tell you something. And I think this is the last one. So let me tell you something. Many ugly incidents have happened.
Yeah.
I can count 7-8 times I've gone out of the house 2 a.m., 3 a.m. to go and take SFK out of the house. When he's been abused, insulted, put about, I'll take him out. I'll take him to a hotel. We'll be there for like 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah.
Pastors, everybody will come. Friends, everybody will tell him, come. You can't continue like this. You have to focus on your career. And then we will agree, okay, yes, today. Okay, it's going to be today. I'm no more doing this. I'm no more doing that. And the next day, because of the love he has for Aragon and those boys and his ex-wife, that is Precious. The next day is in the house,
right,
trying to make up. So when you ask me this question, I really do not care about what happens. I'm not in his mind. I don't know what he's thinking. he has a forgiving heart. Do you understand? For people he loves so much.
Okay, we heard that he might be going out with someone else that he'll marry, a fifth person. Did you hear that?
He has a wife. Regina. She's the only person that can give him permission to, and she gave him permission for pressure.
So I heard.
She's the only person that, she's the one that gave him permission for pressure. Precious went into her room now. Precious dashed her clothes, her jewelry. She dashed it to family friends and their family too. But she's the only one. But if she would hear this interview, I would tell her that she should tell him to hold on.
It's amazing everything you've told us here, and it's amazing what we've heard from different sources. And Nigerians are still writing that, oh, he had a problem with the last 3 wives. What problem? It's not even divorced from the third wife. And people are
he's not divorced from the third wife. He's best friends with the first wife.
The second one was the black sheep.
And then the second wife just so obsessed with him.
Yeah, who I know.
And when you look at all these things, you know, these things are 20, 27, 28 years, 30 years ago. So
it's amazing.
Well, it's amazing how people can destroy a man. I'm not saying FSK is dead. I'm not saying that, like every human and every individual, we all have our downsides and our bad sides. But when it comes to his family, when it comes to his wife, FSK can kill and die for them. And they know it. And they know he would not talk. That is why they are doing all this. That's why Priska can come out and write those rubbish. Because they know that they will not talk. And that is what has hurt him over the years. If not, why would Nigeria know that he's still married to his wife in Ghana? When there was reports that he drowned her, he almost shot her, he used the car over her, and he crushed her. He left her with one leg, left her with one hand. Nothing of course happened.
Very sad, very sad. Somebody wrote on Twitter here, nobody has the obligation to sponsor their in-laws. The culture of forcing responsibility just because they're married to your daughter is absolutely fuckery. This is why rich people don't marry from poor families. Okay, that's somebody's opinion. Now, I wanted to thank you for the interview. I really appreciate it. I'm going to put it up now, 33 minutes. There's not much editing to do. But you want to hold on to the video and the pictures, right?
No. Like I said, she said that there was no 9/11. And she said that there was no family member. She said that she was attacked, and that's why she got out the knife.
Yeah.
She sees all this, and then she says that she dares us.
Yeah.
Then, anything that is because I'm an German.
There we go.
I'm an German, so we don't give a damn about it.
People
just want the truth to come out.
Bullshit.
And then I think she should also lick her wounds and then move on instead of destroying the name of the father of her kids. You understand? I hear her saying that because of the kids she died and everything, but yet to bring the paternity of the kids out. I want to mess that. Who does that? Does a normal human being do that?
No. Do you know how the kids are they doing well?
I'm very sure. You said what?
Are the kids doing well?
They're doing very well. In fact, let me say something. Let me say the last.
They ask for
when people say that. So let me say something. I think it's important for them to say. When people say, oh, that definitely has chased out of the house without seeing her kids. That's wrong. He left the house. He walked with her out of the house. And then he said, you can't come into my house. Then we'll have to, when I call her from my store, we'll now have to sit down and, with the lawyers and everybody, and then speak on how they are going to come and defend this. Now, let me tell you something. Precious has never watched the bomb of this kid before. Aragon has 3 nannies, all graduates. Those triplets, they have more than 8 nannies, most of them are the midwives and all these things. Then they have 2 standard nurses from one of the best hospitals FSK got them. I know how much they pay those people. They are the ones that take care of those people.
So Precious has never.
So,
Precious has never.
Precious, no, please, no. So it's wrong when people say, oh, how would the kid be faring? Yeah, this is now.
Yes, that's amazing. Thank you, Nicholas.
All right, thank you very much.